Hello again. Well, ya está. It's time. Hello, good morning. How are you today? Welcome to class number 1065. Wow. I can't believe I've given 1064 classes. I can't believe it. Yes. Pero yo, how do you say? Es como soy una máquina. I'm a machine. Mucha gente me dice, Richard, eres una máquina. You're a machine. Why? Because I have energy. And why do I have energy? Because of my outlook on life. All my life I've had energy. Because my outlook on life is positive. If you have a positive outlook on life, una perspectiva positiva sobre la vida. Se dice outlook. Outlook. Out como fuera, look como mirada. Outlook. Outlook on life. Perspectiva. If you have a positive attitude and a positive outlook on life, naturally you have energy because you enjoy life. It's fun. Life is fun. Of course, there are some ups and downs along the way. Hoy no me siento del todo bien. Okay, fine. That happens sometimes. 2 days per year, maybe. Okay? But in any case, I want to finish this page. This is my third class on page 76 on gain fluency. All right. So, the last two paragraphs at the bottom, paragraph 689. People always ask me if I think in Spanish or in English. Esto es verdad. Oye, Richard, ¿piensas en español o en inglés? People always ask me if I think in English or in Spanish or in English. I don't think in either language. I don't think in either language. Ni el uno ni el otro. I don't think in either language. For me, people don't think in a language. They think in concepts, ideas, in intentions, but they don't formulate it with a language. People don't think in a language. Sometimes you can be thinking to yourself. Instead of speaking, you're speaking to yourself. In that case, yes. Mañana tengo que llamar a Juanita. No, you don't say to yourself, mañana tengo que llamar a Juanita. No, you don't say that. You just remember Juanita. Yeah. You don't think in a language. You think in concepts, in ideas, in intenciones. All right. People always ask me. La gente siempre me pregunta. People always ask me if I think in Spanish or in English. I don't think in either language. Because ya hay agente negador. Do not. I do not think. I don't think in either language. Neither, ahora voy a negar, neither in Spanish nor in English. Neither nor. All right. I don't think in either language. All right. For me, people don't think in a language. People don't think in a language. They think in concepts, in ideas, in intentions. Okay? And I think it's true. The last one. The last paragraph on page 76. How many pages are there? 107. All right. 107. 77. We have 31 pages left. 31 pages. All right. We're moving forward. Okay, at the bottom of page 76. I spent an hour at the party with a guy. This is true. Esto sí que es curioso. Pero no soy yo, es mi hija. Le pasó a mi hija. All right. I spent an hour at the party with a guy with a beard talking about movies. It was interesting. Later, a lot of people asked me about him. I didn't realize that the guy was Francis Ford Coppola. Yes. My daughter, we were in Austin, Texas, visiting my parents. Austin is the capital And Russell Crowe, the Australian actor, was coming to Austin to play with his band because Russell Crowe had a rock group. And he played in an outdoor barbecue restaurant. And my daughter got involved in the organization. So she met Russell Crowe. And after the concert, there was a party at the top of a building in La Azotea, un rascacielos, the top of a building, with Russell Crowe, Jodie Foster. I never remember her name. La que iba en el autobús que tenía que ir a 55 siempre. You know, I can't remember her name. It drives me crazy. Me vuelve loco. It drives me crazy. This actress, I never remember her name. And so my daughter was invited. They invited her, and so she was at the top of the building with these people, and there was a man with a beard, fat, overweight. And my daughter started a conversation, and they spoke for an hour. She told me they were talking about movies. She didn't know who he was. She didn't recognize him. And when they finished talking, other people asked in the party, said, "What did he say?" My daughter said, "Well, I don't know. We were talking about movies." "Yeah, but what did he say?" "I don't know. Movies." But that was Francis Ford Coppola. My daughter didn't know that. She spent an hour talking with Frank. See, Frank. He was talking with Frank. Oh, it was Frank. No, that's Frank. It's Francis Ford Coppola. So she was talking for 1 hour with one of the best directors in the past 50 years. You know, Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, Francis Ford Coppola, several others. Martin Scorsese, and I'm forgetting one. Some of the top 5. And so I spent an hour at the party with a guy with a beard. Un tipo con barba. Con una barba, se dice en inglés. With a guy with a beard, talking about movies. It was interesting. Yeah. Later, a lot of people asked me, me preguntaron, fijaos de nuevo, asked me. Yo no digo asked me, porque a mí me cuesta también. Asked me. Later, a lot of people asked me about him. I didn't realize, no me di cuenta, I didn't realize that the guy was Francis Ford Coppola. All right. That's a true story, by the way. I've never met Francis Ford Coppola, but my daughter spent an hour talking with him and didn't know it was Francis Ford Coppola. All right. Let's go on. Vaughan World, the last episode. ¿Tiene salvación este chico? Yeah. Ronnie Perkins. All right. Es un caso perdido, chico. I mean, he's a basket case. This is a long one. Ronnie Perkins has grown 10 years in 1 week. Oh. To grow. Of course, Ronnie Perkins, I think he's about 29 or 30 years. I think he's 30 years old. Maybe 30 years old. Ronnie Perkins. He's grown 10 years in 1 week. Ha crecido 10 años en una sola semana. Well, ¿qué ha pasado? ¿Qué habrá pasado? I wonder what happened. ¿Qué habrá pasado? I wonder what happened. Ronnie Perkins has grown 10 years in 1 week. 3 events. 1, 2, 3. 3 events. Events son eventos, claro, pero también acontecimientos. 3 events have come together. To come together. Come together right now. 3 events have come together. Yes. To wake him up to reality. To wake him up, despertarle. Por primera vez en la vida, ¿eh? to reality, a la realidad. Some people, it's true, some people are asleep all their life. I have seen this in my students, some students, and I get angry with the student. I occasionally, not very often, I will get angry with a student. And I say, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your money, don't come back. You're never going to learn English. No hagas el payaso. Don't goof off. Do you want English? You're paying me money. You're paying me. And you're taking time. Oh, of course you enjoy the class, but you're not making an effort. So I'm not interested in you coming. Here's your money. Take the money and go. Boom. It's like an epiphany. And sometimes I wake them up. My conclusion is these people have been sleeping all their life. They're not taking certain elements seriously. And they're living frivolously and superficially through their life. So you need to wake them up. You need to wake them up. And I think this happened to Ronnie. Ronnie Perkins has grown. El participio de grew, grown. Ronnie Perkins has grown 10 years in 1 week. 3 events have come together to wake him up to reality. Yes. The first event, primer acontecimiento, started about 4 weeks ago. Hace un mes, 4 semanas. 4 weeks ago, yeah. Ronnie met a French girl. Ronnie met a French girl by the name of Yvette. Yvette, she was beautiful, sweet, and intelligent. Toma. She was beautiful, sweet, dulce, inteligente también, and intelligent. 3 ingredients that he had never experienced in a woman. No? Porque él buscaba... 3 ingredientes. 3 ingredients that he had never experienced in a woman. Experience. La experiencia. Experience. Pero también experienciar, decimos en inglés. Aquí se dice experimentar. Un tipo de mujer que nunca había experimentado en la vida, que nunca había experimentar. En inglés, to experiment es realizar experimentos con tubos de ensayo, por ejemplo, y bata blanca. That's to experiment. But to experience, experimentar algo en la vida. Nunca he experimentado este tipo de situación. No tengo experiencia. So, to experience something. So, he met a girl, a French girl, by the name of Yvette. She was beautiful, sweet, and intelligent. 3 ingredients that he had never experienced in a woman. He had always been so busy trying to impress the jet set in Monte Carlo that he had never slowed down to meet and to get to know real people. Oh, this is interesting. To slow down, desacelera, chico, ralentiza. Intenta conocer a gente real y no solo la jet. No intentes codearte con la jet. That's what it says. La jet, se dice aquí la jet, ¿no? We say the jet set, S-E-T, como el grupo, conjunto de los aviones a reacción. Jets privados. They travel to Marbella, to San Tropez, to Monte Carlo, to San Remo, to Portofino, to Alcorcón? No, they don't go to Alcorcón. The jet set don't. Bueno, está Cuatro Vientos ahí. I mean, they can land, and visit Alcorcón, but they don't go. The jet set. All right, so he had always been so busy. He had, pluscuamperfecto, siempre había estado tanto ocupado. intentando impresionar. He had always been so busy trying to impress the jet set in Monte Carlo that he had never slowed down, ralentiza, to meet and get to know real people. Para conocer y conocer. To meet and to get to know. To meet is conocer por primera vez. To get to know is ir conociendo a alguien. Yes, to get to know somebody is ir conociendo a alguien, to get to know. Getting to know you, getting to know all about you. So, he had been so busy trying to impress the jet set that he had never slowed down to meet and get to know real people. Gente normal, gente real, real people. He met Yvette. Ay, eso suena. Rima, conoció a Yvette. He met Yvette, all right, at a cocktail party, all right, given by the French Yachting Club, a club de vela, yacht, the yates, yate, okay. He met Yvette at a cocktail party, given, ofrecido, dado, una fiesta de cóctel dada, ofrecida, given by the French Yachting Club in Monaco. She was the daughter of the club's president. Anda, hija del presidente del club náutico. All right. She was the daughter of the club's president. And she was serving drinks at the party with the rest of the hired personnel. Okay. So this is an important party, and there was a long table with drinks. Scotch on the rocks, please. And you know the people working behind, the working. Coca-Cola with Coca, rum and Coke, please. And she was working with the personnel. She was serving the people at the party, at the cocktail party. Ronnie at first thought she was a member of the staff. No, she was the daughter of the president. But she was working together with the personnel, serving the guests, los invitados, serving the guests who were attending the cocktail party. At the end of the evening, Ronnie invited her to have a late dinner, and they spent the next 3 weeks going out together. Okay, at the end of the evening of the cocktail party, he invited Yvette to a late dinner, una cena tardía, muy de entrada en la noche. And they spent the next 3 weeks together, going out together, saliendo juntos. Yvette was 25 years old. Yvette was 25 years old. Throughout the 3 weeks, during the 3 weeks, throughout, a lo largo de esas 3 semanas, throughout, throughout the 3 weeks, Ronnie had tried to impress her with his fluent French. Je parle français, como les français. His yachts, mis yates. And his sporty Jaguar. Jaguar. All right. However, as the daughter of a yacht owner, Yvette had seen everything. And she had instantly realized that Ronnie was a show-off. A show-off es un fantoche, un fantasma, fantasmón. Yeah, a show-off. To show off is presumir. A show-off, pero presumir mostrando lo que tienes, no presumir hablando. That's a braggart. To brag is presumir hablando. Yo soy el mejor profesor del mundo. All right, I'm bragging. Mira mi mansión, mira mi cochazo. That's show off. So I'm using objects to brag. To brag is jactarse, presumir. And so a show off is un fardón, que farda de todo, es un fantasma. So, I mean, Yvette is an intelligent girl. After 3 weeks, este chico, After 3 weeks, yes, she realized that Ronnie was a show-off. 4 nights ago, hace 4 noches, 4 nights ago, she finally got fed up. To get fed up is hartarse. Fue finalmente, al final, se hartó. She got fed up. To be fed up is estar harto. Estoy hasta aquí. I'm fed up. Fed es el pasado del verbo, o es el participio en este caso, del verbo to feed. Feed es dar de comer, alimentar. Estoy alimentado arriba de ti. Significa que estoy harto de ti. I'm fed up with you. Yeah. And so after 4 nights ago, she finally got fed up and told him that he was pretentious, lazy, and empty. Wow. She was very direct. You are pretentious, eres pretencioso, perezoso y vacío. Wow. Presumido. You're pretentious. Es que presumido en inglés solemos decir pretentious. And she told him he was pretentious, lazy, and empty. Since then, she hasn't answered any of his calls. So 4 nights ago, she said, goodbye. She said, you're pretentious, lazy, and empty. Pretty strong. And since then, Ronnie has called. He's been calling. But Yvette doesn't. Yeah. Yvette is not answering his calls. Tengo algo aquí. Okay. I have a message here. But it's not from Yvette. Yeah, ojalá. I wish it were from Yvette. But it's not from Yvette. All right. So, she hasn't, and that's the first event. The second event. All right. Yes. All right. The very next day, el mismísimo día siguiente, the next day is al día siguiente. Claro, the very next day means el día siguientísimo, o sea, muy siguiente. The very next day, Ronnie had another surprise. Paul Schwartz, el que trabajaba con el papá. Paul Schwartz showed up. Apareció. Aquí estoy. Paul Schwartz showed up at Ronnie's apartment and informed him that he was now the operations manager of a new company called AMY Limited. AMY Limited was, ¿qué significa? Atlantic and Mediterranean Yachting Sociedad Limitada. All right, Limited. AMY Limited. Then he told him the whole story. Toda la historia. Todo el tinglado este. Then he told him the whole story about Nigel's decision to buy out the Turkey family. To buy out the Turkey family. Ronnie was speechless. Speechless. Estaba sin, le dejó sin habla. Speech is habla. El habla. Speechless is sin habla. Pain is dolor. Painless, indoloro. Yes, harm is daño. Harmless is no dañino o inofensivo. Yeah. So Ronnie was speechless. My father bought out the Turkey family. Yeah. He was speechless. Finally, Paul Schwartz told him that his business decisions had been so unwise, yes, and dangerous that a banker in Monaco had warned Nigel. All right, had warned Nigel. Okay, boy, how much time do we have? We're running out of time. I'm going to stop there because he told him that his father, Nigel, had bought out the Turkey family. Ronnie was speechless. Finally, he told him that his business decisions had been so unwise and dangerous. Wise significa sabio. Unwise means no muy acertado ni prudente. O sea, no sabio. Wise decision, una decisión sabia, we say it's a wise decision, means prudente y sensato. Una decisión prudente y sensata y correcta. Unwise, insabio. Unwise is just the opposite. No muy prudente ni muy acertado, ni sabio. All right. And a dangerous decision. So, Ronnie, these are two events. The problem with Yvette, she told him to get lost. Pierdete. She told Ronnie to get lost. And then the very next day, Paul Schwartz showed up at Ronnie's apartment and gave him the surprise that Ronnie's father had pulled Ronnie out of a problem. All right? We'll come back tomorrow with a third event that changed Ronnie. See you tomorrow.